Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, Corio. Hey, what's up, boo? How you doing? Hey, I see you got the dancing emojis. And man, I'm telling you, I love my niece. She's so talented. And the fact that she created the Hood Table song for us, amazing. But yes, anybody again who wants to reach out to her or follow her on any of her platforms, her information be in every single video that I post, because she is a talented rapper, musician, singer, all that, etc., etc. But yes, hey, how is everybody doing? I just thought I'd come to you guys, switch it up a little bit tonight, do a little TV show review. You said no Netflix or cable. Yes. But for the people who watch Found, I think it is a really good TV show. It took me a while to get started on it because I don't know, I watch a lot of TV, then I watch a lot of YouTube, then I work a lot, then being creative on YouTube, trying to upload, do lives and stuff. So we all have a lot of shows that we like, but sometimes we don't always get around to them when we want to. So I haven't done any reviews on this show yet, but if you are a fan of Found, the TV show, which is it on NBC? I think it's on NBC, but you can also watch it on Peacock. So if you have Peacock, you can watch it. If you have NBC, you can watch it. Hey, Charlie, how you doing, love? But it is, I'm just letting you know, it's a spoiler alert. Okay, this was the season finale. So if you are a fan of the show and you haven't watched the finale yet, it came on last night. I wanted to go live last night, but then I had to talk about some other shit, the shit that was going on with Tracy and Noble. Okay, so that's what we talked about last night. And some of y'all was here for it, okay? So we had a really good conversation. It was Corio, me, who else was on the panel? Corio with us, Deanna. Was Bro on here? Yeah, I think Bro was on here. I don't know. I can't remember who else was on here. My apologies if I can't remember you. But yes. So that's basically what we're going to do. I'll probably spend like 30 minutes to an hour on here tonight discussing the finale of Found. And it's like 30 to an hour, I say, just in case somebody wants to jump on the panel and discuss certain things with me, certain storylines. But you said Miss Sislo, Deanna. Yeah, Rico. Yeah, we had a whole team up here, huh? Rico, how I forget Rico? My bad. He gonna be like, I know you didn't, girl. I know you did not. My bad. Hey, what's up, Bryson? I remember the conversation we had on very first. You know what? You said that before in another chat. And I do remember you too. That was so long ago. I don't even remember how long ago that was. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that compliment. Thank you so much. I gotta tell my sons what somebody said about me on YouTube. I'm like, guess what, y'all? Somebody said I had an impact on their life. Okay. 2018. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3. That was 5 years ago. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I'm glad I did. I remember you. I remember you. And we had some good times down there, boys. Some crazy times too, but yeah. You say the hood table changes lives. I try to make a positive effect on people that I meet. I'm an outgoing person. I'm a good communicator. I'm a good listener. So I try to do my part to the world. Oh, it's Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice. Yes, I used to bring a lot of cakes to work, huh? Cakes, cupcakes, chocolate covered strawberries. I used to bring all kind of stuff to work. Boy, when I leave a job, that's what people miss the most about me. They be like, the cake's gone? The cake lady is no longer here? Bryson, you remember that? Uh-huh. Uh-huh, yep. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I'm gonna drop this link just in case. If there's anybody who watches the show and you want to come up here and discuss the show with me, please feel free to hit the StreamYard link. But I wanted to start off, and again, this is a spoiler alert, y'all. This is season 1, episode 13, review of the Found TV show. And the title of the show was called Missing While Forgotten. Now, this was one of those shows. Um, I don't these scenarios or storylines where like something like this will happen, like on a crime show, and they don't show you the background. Like normally on crime shows, whether it's Law and Order, anything like that, they start off at the beginning of the show. Something bad happens, and they got the whole show to figure it out. But those scenarios or storylines where you start the show and it's like, oh my God, we got notification that such and such, there's been a sighting. And it's like, okay, what had happened before that? So they just pick up right there. The show was good. I really thought the show was really, really good. The finale, I mean, it's going to set the tone definitely for season 2. I know a lot of people, some of my friends on Facebook, they are looking so forward to season 2 to find out what's going to happen with Sir, and if any of the people surrounding the storyline is going to get poisoned. Now that part I didn't see coming. So let's discuss this. At each and every show that we watched so far, they show, a little flashbacks of Gabby and her old teacher, the one that she obviously kidnaps and has been keeping in her basement for some time. It ain't a cage, but because he can actually step out that damn thing. And I always wonder why she didn't put him like in a cage. Like you can see the wood beams and everything surrounding him. But like she could walk right up to the damn thing, and he could have easily at any time grabbed her, choked her, body slammed her. I mean, anything, like assaulted her. But I don't think assault is anywhere, in this picture as far as her background, her kidnapping storyline, because they all have different storylines. And we're going to get to some of the newest information that we learned about Zeke later. But as far as Sislo recommended it, yes, I'm telling you, this TV show is good. Okay, it is one of the best, one of the hottest TV shows on at this time. Yes, it is. Hey, Coria, what's
Wait, I'm just up here for a quick second.
up? Okay,
So you
okay.
said, so you said this woman, Charlie. No, I'm thinking about Charlie in the chat. What's her name again?
Gabby?
Gabby is a teacher that kidnapped and put this dude in a cage.
No, you
Wait,
halfway. You halfway right.
okay.
Gabby did kidnap somebody, but the person she kidnapped was her teacher in
Oh, okay. Uh,
school. Hmm.
okay. Well, I'm gonna drop down and listen.
Okay, okay.
I just wanted to make sure. Okay, bye.
That's okay. You can drop down or stay up here. It don't matter. It's all good. Yep. You said yes. I remember. It was so great, man. Okay, child. that just to give y'all a little background information, Corio, I'm glad you asked that because the people who might be interested in watching the show, yes, our girl Gabby, she is the main character of the show, one of the star characters of the show. Her real name is Shanola Hampton. A lot of y'all might be familiar. A lot of y'all might be familiar with her. But beautiful, beautiful black woman. She plays Gabby Mosley. She's a former kidnap victim. She manages a crisis management firm called Mosley and Associates, and they specialize in finding people. They're kind of like bounty hunters. You know what I mean? They don't work with the police. They're not part of some fancy FBI. They have like their own little entity, their own little organization, and they do get looked down upon sometimes because sometimes they be breaking the law. Okay, sometimes they break the law and they risk everything to find kidnap victims. So yeah, they specialize in finding people who've been abducted. And here's the catch, y'all. She secretly relies on the insight of her abductor, the one who kidnapped her when she was in school. When she grew up some 20 years later, she went searching for that man and found him and kidnapped him and drugged him down to her basement and keeps him chained up there. Keeps by his legs, keep him chained up to around the ankle. And she brings him food like once a day. But the thing is, they both kind of need each other. She needs him to help her find their kidnapped victims, and he just needs her. And if you've been watching the show, you know that he has this weird fascination. And at first, when I first saw the show, I'm thinking, this man, what was he trying to wife her? Was he trying to assault her? Was he trying to, you know what I mean? Like get what he want from her and then throw her in the dumpster somewhere? He never had any intention of doing that. It's really weird. That's the one part that I don't all the way get about the storyline. He basically was fascinated with her knowledge, excuse me, and her interest in books, novels, Shakespeare. I mean, all type of things like that. That's what he found fascinating with her. The fact that she was so interested. I mean, they were like, she reads books. I mean, just read so many books in school, and he was like her top student. And I mean, it's weird that's what he was fascinated with. And that's why he wanted to kidnap her. He thought he was going to be her savior because they had something in common. And on top of that, at her home life, she was by herself a lot. She was by herself a lot. She would go to school. She would come home. Most of the time she was home by herself because her father, who she lived with, he worked a lot. And when he wasn't working, you know, she didn't have, it wasn't like she was being abused. She wasn't being neglected, but you know how it is. Hell, I used to work 2-3 jobs at times when my kids were growing up, and they were perfectly fine, taken care of. Might have been in mama house, grandma house, you know, daddy house, whatever. But you know what I mean when I say that. But yeah, he thought that he would be able to take better care of her because her father wasn't always around. Even though she loved her father to death, she never really complained about her father not being there because he worked so hard. But she would say little things to him like her first day at the new school, when he first joined her class. I mean, when she first joined his class, he was like, it's lunchtime, you know. And she was like, I'm just going to go to the library. I don't have any friends yet. And, you know, I'm just going to eat by myself. And she said, I'm used to it. I'm used to eating by myself. You know, so little things like that she would say, you know, sometimes to make him think that she was being neglected or that he could be a better parent. So it's weird. It's like that isn't usually the case with kidnapped victims or abductors. Y'all know why they usually take people. So we ain't even got to get all into that. And that is some of the storyline surrounding some of the other people who works with Gabby. Some of them was kidnapped, some of them was abused, some of them was abandoned, some of them was, and again, we're going to get into Zeke's storyline later in the show. But the main part of the show that I wanted to discuss about tonight was the fact that Sir, which she calls her abductor, her ex school teacher, the one she's been keeping in her basement, chained, that nobody else knew about till recently. Nobody else knew this. She'd been keeping this a secret. This man been in her basement all this time. And the thing about it was, he never tried to escape before because he just has a fascination with her. Like, you tie me down in a basement and chain me to a wall, I'm gonna try to get away as much as I can. He didn't want to get away. He didn't want to leave her. He didn't want to be without her. So he would take, the abuse. Like, she wasn't like beating on him or anything like that, but he would take the verbal abuse. Sometimes she wouldn't feed him. Sometimes she would take his books away because he had a fascination in books as well. And so, but the things that she's doing to him was the same shit that he would do to her when she was a little kid, when he kidnapped her and kept her in his home. If she didn't like something he said, if she tried to run away, if she tried, he would take food from her. She would starve for days, or he would take what she loves passionately, which was reading. He would take her books. So the same type of shit he did to her when he kidnapped her when she was little, that it's turned around. It turned around on him. But still, he was always helping her every case when they would, be up against the wall or got so much time, so much hours. It's a really pressing case. And she would ask him, she would say, look at the files, help me out. And the thing with that was, if there was ever time where he could no longer help her out or he refused to help her out, not only would she take food from him or books from him, but she would threaten to basically get rid of him. So it's like, either you help me find these people, these kidnap victims, or I have no need for you, sir. And that's literally what she calls him, sir. That's what everybody calls him, sir, and knows him by as sir. So yes, Charlie said I would fight over my books. Charlie, I love reading, but as I got older and as my schedule can be tedious at times, I find it better for me to listen to books. And I love listening to books. I mean, I can really get drawn into listening to a good book, like an audio book on tape, versus, spending hours and hours and hours, reading the book. But yeah, and as older I got glasses and all that. With age, we all, our sight, we need glasses eventually, most of us. So yeah, I love listening to books. Sure do. But yeah, so Sir, he has escaped. Sir has escaped the dungeon, the basement. And they don't know where the hell he is. And he is a threat. He is a threat not to only Gabby, not to only Gabby, but he is a threat to their whole squad. He done got away. And then Don, who has like this person who can, like, I guess, find people, track people's if they got on a plane, a train, an automobile, or whatever. He's another investigator. He hit him up and said, okay, they found him in another country. He done left the country. He done flew out. I knew his ass was not gone. I had a feeling he was not gone. And I also had a feeling that he was the one who poisoned the dog. Okay? When they said her dog was sick and her dog was at the vet and he kept throwing up, I already knew. Uh-huh. I knew that he was responsible for Lacey's dog. And I knew that he probably poisoned him. And Lacey, of course, she is the other woman who back then was a little girl. And she and Gabby were both abducted by Sir. And her real name is actually, they call her Bella and they call her Lacey because once she got older, she changed her name. But yeah, they both were kidnapped by Sir. And she has a greater fear of Sir than Gabby does. Like Gabby is obviously scared of Sir as well, but she also held so much anger and animosity against him when he kidnapped her and Lacey and kept her from her father. Her father, the reason why Gabby has so much anger towards Sir is because he made it seem like, you know how most kidnappers, they make it seem like your parents aren't looking for you. Your parents don't really love you. They're not looking for you. They won't let you watch TV. They won't let you get close to the internet or to the newspaper to know that the whole world or city is looking for you. And then on top of that, while he had her kidnapped, her father turned to alcohol. He became an alcoholic. He eventually died before Gabby was found. So that's one of the main reasons why I know some of y'all like, why she kidnap this fool and keep him in a basement? Why not just kill him? Because when it finally got out by one of her staff or one of her team members, when he found out that when he found out that she had Sir in her basement, he was like, I understand why you would take the motherfucker, but I don't understand why you would keep him. Why not kill him? Because that's what I would have done. And she's like, she can't do it. She can't find it in herself to kill him. For one, he has been constantly helping them solve all their kidnapping cases, and nobody else knew that somebody else on the outside was helping them solve those cases. Like it would be times where Gabby would come back to the office after everybody go home frustrated and upset because they have no clues or they lost all traces of whoever they're looking for. And she would call them or show up the next day. Come on, you guys. What if we didn't think about this? Or she would just come back with all these clues and hints and, ideas. And none of them had a clue that it was coming from anybody else, especially not Sir. Because all this time, Sir has been like MIA. And all this time, Lacey has been like terrified. I mean, Lacey, her house, when you go into her apartment, she got like 10, 15 locks going from the top to the bottom. Like every day, lock. She got to lock all those motherfucking locks and then unlock them to leave. So she has to do this every day. That's how terrified she is. And it's kind of messed up because Gabby knew all along. They thought she was mastermind. Yep. Her team, the whole team know. Everybody on the team basically knows most of the history of each other because they all were kidnapped victims at one point in time. So basically they all know a little bit about each other's past. The only one they really didn't know about fully was Zeke. And that's who we're going to discuss a little later. And I love me some Zeke. If y'all do watch this show, let me know who y'all favorite character is because Zeke has all of my heart. Even though he is too scared to leave his house and has never left the threshold outside of his door in years. He's my favorite. But anyway, Sir, while they was out there looking for Gabby, because over the last few episodes, Gabby was actually kidnapped. And so when they couldn't find Gabby and he found out that Gabby was missing, and his infatuation with her and his just weird, I wouldn't even say it's love because it's not love. But he was so scared that she was going to be killed or never to be seen again. And keep in mind, he always wanted to be her protector. That's what he always thought he's been doing those years when he kidnapped her and kept her from her father. He always, in his mind, was helping Gabby. He was like her savior, her protector, her father figure. So of course, when he found out that Gabby was missing, did y'all see him? I knew he had escaped. I knew he had escaped, but all the other shit that happened afterwards, I didn't see that coming. But on the last episode, he was trying to tear them chains off. He was trying to you see the blood all over the floor, all over the walls, all over the door when he escaped. He literally fucked himself up to get out of those chains and get from, trapped in the basement. He knocked the walls down. I mean, it was a mess in that basement. And when Gabby came home and saw the blood on the basement door and went downstairs with her baseball bat and saw the blood all over the place and the blood all over the handcuffs and all over the chains and realized he was gone. Child, I was like, this nigga done bounced. But I thought that he was somewhere in the house. I actually thought that once she got down to her basement and realized he was gone, that he would flip the script on her and lock her in the basement. That's what I thought was going to happen. That he would lock her in the basement, but he didn't. Then there was another time where she was down there with Don. And they was trying to figure out where the hell did he go? Where the hell did he go? And Don was, Don was still keeping the secret because at that time, remember, the rest of the team still didn't know. Lacey, who's terrified of him and always looking over her shoulders and got 5011 locks on her door because she was one of his victims too. She didn't know. So nobody else knew that Gabby had Sir in her basement all this time. So Don, of course, he's like, faithful to her and loyal to her. And, it ain't no attraction thing or anything like that. For those who haven't maybe not watched the show, he's gay. He got a whole husband at home. But, he just, all of them are really loyal to Gabby. And Gabby is loyal to them, even though she's been keeping it secret. But she's still loyal to them. She protects them as much as they try to protect her. Mentally, physically, spiritually. That's what this team is all about. They look out for each other. But that's why I said it's kind of messed up that she had him in his basement all this time. And she knew that Lacey still, like, this girl still has nightmares. She's always wondering, is he going to come back for her? Because he promised to kill. He promised years ago to kill Lacey if he ever found her. So obviously, that explains why Lacey is still terrified of him. And that is another reason why Gabby also kidnapped him and has been keeping him in her basement. Not only because he's been helping her solve a lot of these cases, these kidnapped victims have been returned home to their family, but also because she's protecting Lacey from him, because she ain't forgot. Lacey is one of the main reasons why Gabby got away. So that's why he has hatred for Lacey. But anyway, so he's missing, and he's on the run, but he didn't go too far. Like I said, I had a feeling that he was still there. I thought he was going to be in Gabby's house. I thought he was going to attack her and flip the switch on her and lock her in the basement, but he didn't. We saw where he landed. And that was crazy. That is so crazy, y'all. I'm like, oh my God. How long is it going to be before season 2? How long is it going to be before season 2? You said, how did Don find out he was in the basement? Oh, because Gabby finally told him. She told him she had to tell somebody, and she thought that she could tell him and he could help her with the situation, because it had got to the point where Gabby was kind of tired of the whole situation. And so she wanted to get rid of him, and she wanted Don to do it. But Don was like, fuck that. We are all kidnapped victims. We help kidnap victims every day and help them come home. And here you is, done kidnap somebody, even if it was somebody who kidnapped you years ago. But you kidnapped them and kept them in the basement chained. And he don't like that at all. He don't like it at all. But because of his loyalty, he kept the secret. But he did tell her, he said, I'm not getting rid of him. You have to handle that. That's your demon. You have to handle that. So that's how he found out. Yep. Hey boo.
Hey, boo. Okay. I want to wait till you finish,
Oh
and
no,
then I
oh
got
no, go ahead.
questions.
Go ahead.
You
Did
got?
you
Are
have
you
to answer your
finished?
question about Don though?
Okay. Yes, you did.
Okay, okay. Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
So, Sir kidnapped Lacey first, right?
No, Sir kidnapped Gabby first. And the reason
Okay.
why he kidnapped Lacey was
Hmm.
because he said she was always trying to run away. And she was sad. She wanted to go home and stuff like that. And so he was like, what if you had somebody to keep you company? And she was like, "Oh, that would be awesome." She's a little girl. She's like 13. She's like,
Hmm.
"Oh, that would be awesome." She didn't know that he was going to kidnap somebody else. So when
Okay.
he brought this little girl home, Lacey, who was younger than her, when he brought her home, she was like, "What the fuck? You kidnapped another child?" So that's how Lacey came into the picture. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what's her name? The main character, Gabby.
Oh, Gabby, Gabrielle, but
She's
they call her Gabby.
okay. So she's older. She was older than Lacey
Yep.
when. Okay. So, how did they escape? And did Sir go to prison and then got out? And
Nope.
then, okay.
They escaped. They escaped. Somebody had came to the house and they was looking for someone. He had been kidnapping people and somebody had returned to the house. And I guess it was somebody who either I can't remember if it was somebody who either he kidnapped or somebody who helped him kidnap. I can't remember right now at this moment because that was like shows ago. And I really haven't been taking like normally when I do a review on every show, so I have notes and stuff. So I ain't been keeping track of everything. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the
Mm-hmm.
whole first season, but I
Mm-hmm.
do know that they got away. Lacey got away first, and then she got away, and basically they just got away, and he never was found because the
Wait.
police or nothing came to rescue them. They just broke loose and climbed out they just got loose. And so he was still at the house looking for them. But once he realized they got loose, he just took off and ran.
So the person that came to the house, they screamed or something, and they helped them get out.
The person that came to the house, they had like looked in the window.
Mm-hmm.
They had looked in the window and then they realized that it was people in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they saw them chained up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they couldn't believe that this shit was still going on.
So
So
did
yeah,
they help? So when they saw them chained up, did the person help them?
no, they didn't help them. They left. They left and they ran off. And the person who
Oh.
actually came was Don. That's the person, the one who's gay, the one who's married to a man.
Oh, so he had kidnapped Don earlier.
And see, that's the part I don't know because they don't tell. It's like some of the stuff they be leaving out.
Okay.
Like the time frame from when Gabby and Lacey escaped
Mm-hmm.
through the time frame where Gabby got him in the basement. We don't know anything that happened with Sir yet between that
Okay.
time. So
So
they
they
leave a lot of stuff out.
okay. So they haven't did the backstory on each person in
Just
the
little
group.
tidbits. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you. So
Yep, just
that's
little tidbits.
something.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that's something that we can look forward to in the second season because I'm
Yes.
sure they'll probably give the backstory on each
Yep.
one, and I think it would be interesting if it all came out that Sir had kidnapped all of them.
You know, girl, that would be crazy. That would be
But so,
crazy. But I do know for sure. I know for sure that he kidnapped both Lacey and Gabby. As
and
far as Zeke though, the black guy, the computer tech guy, like he can
mhm.
hack into every. I love Zeke. Ooh, I love me some Zeke. He's the one who can't leave his house though.
Okay, so he got agoraphobia. He's just scared to go out in the world now.
Yep, he
Okay.
panics like he literally has like huge panic attacks just trying to step out his door. And he tried to when Gabby went missing and when she was kidnapped, he wanted to be a part of everybody looking for her. That's why Sir broke away and got messed up and bleeding and all that. I think he probably broke his wrist or he did something to escape from the chains. But he wanted to be part of the people to help Zeke. And so when he got outside his door, he just had like the biggest attack and he felt bad afterwards. Like, I tried to help, I tried to help, I tried to help. But to this point, even after this whole first season, he still cannot leave his house. So,
Okay,
and
so
they really don't even go back to say like how many years it's been since. So I think season 2 will fill in a lot more gaps, but right now it kind of leaves you
yeah, they
wondering
were.
and guessing about certain things.
Yeah, it's like loosely.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's what's going to make you come back. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you want to know the back because I want to know the backstory on each one of the kidnappers, but kidnapping pe- people that were kidnapped. Good grief. Um, so Zeke is older, and he
Zeke
tried to
is
help.
actually the youngest one. I think Zeke is the youngest one. He looks
Okay,
like he's about, if I were to guess, he looked like he's maybe, I want to say
okay,
maybe 26,
okay.
25 ish.
So when was Gabby missing that made him want? I guess I'm confused on when how Gabby was missing or why they were trying to find her.
Oh, there was somebody who Gabby, well, there's somebody who how can I say this? Some of the people that they, when they looking for people, sometimes shit happens, like people get killed, people get hurt, so it was an enemy.
Oh,
It was
okay,
an enemy of somebody they had a situation with before. And they were trying to I think they were trying to bomb something or they were trying to do something. I can't remember, and they messed up their plans.
okay,
They messed. They
okay,
were. It was like a hit on somebody. They tried to bomb somebody or a hit on somebody, and they messed up their plans. So in revenge, he kidnapped Gabby, and he
okay.
was planning to kill her. He was planning to kill her, but she got rescued.
But who rescued her? Don.
It was like several people, but Don
Oh,
was involved. Don was involved, and then the cop. There's a cop on there also, and this cop, he kind of lost his job, but then got his job back. He lost his job for fucking around with them because,
okay,
like I said, they a little agency. They like a I don't want to say underground, but they just do what the fuck they want to do. They'll break
got-
in people's houses. They'll break in people's computer systems. They'll hack. They'll do whatever it takes to
okay,
find kidnap victims.
okay,
So the cop had done some shit that he shouldn't have done, and so he
okay,
had got fired, and
okay,
then he got hired back. And he
okay.
also he used to date Gabby for a brief moment back in the
Hmm.
day. So that's how they know
Okay.
each other. That's how she knows the cop. The cop is the only one who wasn't a kidnap victim. He actually works on the kidnapping force,
Uh huh.
like the department, the investigative department at the police station.
The missing persons
Right. He's like one of
department.
the lead. Yeah. He's like one
Okay.
of the lead investigators, for the,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what he does.
Okay. Well, I hope I
Right.
didn't like ask too many questions, but it
Oh, no.
is
Ask away.
very interesting. I hate you didn't mention it to all of us earlier. And
Because I mean, I don't know. Sometimes
it's
there's
okay.
a lot of shows. There's a lot of shows that I watch, and sometimes I do like. I didn't mention some shows to you before, but sometimes I mention shows to people, and they be like, "No, I don't watch that. I don't watch." So sometimes I don't even say anything to people. I just be like, I just be at home chilling, and I be just watching shows. Eat my popcorn and stuff.
Right.
But I did want to talk about this show before now, but like I
Hmm.
said, I just never got around to doing reviews on it. But you had another question in the chat. You said, "Oh, he was kidnapped and became a." Yep. He became a. I can't even say that. Choreo agoraphobic. Is that how I say it?
Agoraphobic.
Agoraphobic. Okay. Yeah, but that's what happened to him. And I think he and Lacey might start a relationship
You
because
think
it seems like
so?
because it seems like a few times over this first season, it seemed like they got really close to maybe kissing or like you see like little sparks, but then they like I don't know, they just don't focus on them anymore as far as relationship wise. They'll get another case, and then but
That's the
I really
cliffhanger.
think so. Yeah.
That's the cliffhanger. Will they be together?
Uh
Are we
huh.
going to get the backstories on everyone? Where is Sir?
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
I'd like to, for people that since Found is over for the season, and if you're looking for something good to watch, if you have Prime Video, there's this new movie out and it's made by, Prime. So it's free, as far as you don't have to pay for it extra on top of Prime. It's called Role Play, and it's a movie. So
Mm.
you don't have to worry about, catching episodes or anything. It's
Right.
just a straight movie by Amazon,
Hmm.
and loosely, real quick, it's about this man and this woman. They're married. She's white, he's black. Not that that matters at all, but just in case you're looking for it, and that's what you're going. That's you'll know you're at the right spot. But anyway, they've been married for about 7 years or so, and the bottom line is that he has no idea that she's not who she says she is, and she's a hit woman, and the story goes on from there. Very, very good. Very good.
I'm gonna have to check that out, and after I watch it, if you want, maybe we can do a review.
Oh, well, I wasn't saying it for that, but
I'm just
think
saying, if
it's
you want.
if you think it's good enough and you want to, I will gladly join you, and maybe Charlie can watch it, and Sis
Mm-hmm.
Flo and
Sislo.
Bro
Mm-hmm.
and Mrs.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. But I mean, it's good enough to watch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For a free movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoy action movies. So
I do too. Action movies is my favorite movies. I like action and I like investigative stuff.
like
Like I
invest
love
like
a good
true crime.
crime.
True
Mm-hmm.
crime. Okay. Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm. And not always
ID
the true
channel is my
crimes, but
friend.
yeah, and not always the true crime, but the like these type of shows, like
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
based off of fake stories or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like
But
Law and Order. Oh my God, I can watch the Law and
oh
Order. How many seasons
God.
is it? Like 30 seasons or something.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you something.
Hmm.
I still, even though he branched off and he has his own Law and Order, I don't know if it's gonna come back on, but I used to love Stabler. He
Yeah.
would be like any by any means necessary. She would have to pull him back off the ledge of going off all the time. He did not play. So, but yeah, I love Law and Order too. Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm a huge Law and Order. And all the different spinoffs and special victim
Yeah.
units. And,
Oh,
oh yes.
oh. Remember, what's his name? Anthony. I remember he was on Blackish. He was the dad. Anthony. Oh, that's a
You talking about
singer.
Anthony Anderson?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
he had
know,
that TV show with that singer's daughter. What's her name?
yeah.
I'm talking about the girl with the big hair that was on Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Blackish. That was
Blackish. Yep,
a TV
yep,
show.
yep,
But yeah, I used to love him. Remember he was on it when it first started.
yep. That was so
And
long ago. Oh my god.
oh my goodness, we've been watching that since we were kids.
I know.
I mean, because it has been on so long.
It's
But
like how
yeah,
our parents watched the soap operas for years.
yes, yes. But yeah, it's called Role Play, and just you guys let me know what you think, because
I'm gonna
I
watch
hate
it.
give I hate giving recommendations and then people are like, well, So, but anyway,
Trust
that's
me, if
just
I if it's action and you think it's really good, I probably will like it most
yeah.
likely. And
It
that's
was
me too. I give out recommendations, but when I give out recommendations, I just be like, "Oh hell no, y'all gotta watch this shit." I like there be certain shit that I just be like, you can't just bypass this show or this movie. Like, is that good?"
right. It's
So yeah,
like I said. It's a good Friday night. I don't have anything to do. Let me pop some popcorn and watch something. It's, and you will be, I think you'll enjoy it. Why can't I talk tonight? You'll enjoy it. So, anyway, but
Well,
thank
I'm
you for,
gonna watch it, girl. And Charlie said she was a huge fan of SVU. She said she liked them all.
yes,
And she said, "What's the name of it?" Oh, it's called Role Play.
role play. And
Mhm.
it's on Prime.
Yeah, and if you got Prime, I got oh girl, I got. That's why I said I
You
don't even
got
know where I put
everything.
my
That's why
cable.
half the time when you
Hmm
make recommendations, I'm like, I ain't got it.
Man, I'm telling you, Corio,
No,
I called myself cutting the cable, and all my friends and family was like, "Oh my God, you're the last one to do it," because everybody I know they've been not have cable for years, and so I finally did it, but I seem to just always buy into these different
dreams.
platforms.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like,
I told you I had cable. I was paying almost $200 a month for my cable, and it was like all they did was show the same stuff. Old movies, movies you've seen 50 times. It
uh-huh,
was just always HBO. I can't stand HBO, always got old movies.
yep,
So I was like, let me get rid of this and just stream
hmm
because that's where I was finding my enjoyment. But then I had so many streaming services, it was like you might as well be paying cable. So I cut
yep.
back. And now I think that I think I'm gonna have to get Hulu.
Oh yeah, you
And
got to
'cause
get
every
Hulu.
time you recommend something, almost it's on Hulu.
Well, do you got
And
Peacock and Paramount?
I do have Peacock. I don't have Peacock Plus, and I don't have
Hmm
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, Paramount is a good one too.
Okay,
But see,
so
sometimes do you like cut shit off, like after a season or something you really like do? Because I do that sometimes, like with Stars or with HBO or something like that.
no, and
I'll discontinue my service because some of those shows I only like just one show. That draws me into that channel or that platform, and I'll
mhm.
cancel that shit and I'll pick up HBO. Then I might cancel that and pick up Stars the next month. But with all my Hulus and stuff, I keep all those all the time. The Hulus, Netflix,
But
you know.
when I had Hulu, it sucked. They never had anything new, and it's just like in the last
Mhm.
couple years, they've stepped up their game. They're doing original
Yep.
content, and so I think I'm going to get Hulu. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm going to
That's
get Hulu, and I think I'm going to get shoot. I'm going to get Hulu and Disney
oh yeah,
because
Disney's good
I
too.
miss my Marvel and my Star Wars. So
Hmm
I think I'm gonna get for sure those two. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about role play.
hmm
And I'm gonna let you go because I think I got the gist of what's it called? Found.
Well,
And
hold on. I want to discuss one more thing with you before you go.
okay.
Okay, because this is a cliffhanger too for setup to season two. So, and this was the last thing I wanted to talk about. I only wanted to be on here for about an hour, so we got like 12 minutes. But
I am so sorry I cut you off. Go ahead.
that's okay. You fine. But Zeke, okay, back to Zeke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we really don't know a lot about what happened to him, but we do know, of course, he was kidnapped, and he has that, yeah, the agoraphic
Agoraphobia.
agoraphobia. So, but he's really smart. He's really intelligent, and he's also sensitive. Like he's a sensitive soul. Um, this last episode, this finale, when they were trying to look for the victim, the kidnapped victim, this last episode,
Mm-hmm.
before everybody knew that Sir was being held in Gabby's basement and now he's on the run.
Mm-hmm.
That was before they knew that, right? So they were
Mm-hmm.
still looking for the kidnapped victim because Don, he was like, listen, we know Sir is gone. I know you want to tell everybody what's going on, but you got to stay focused on this little girl who
Mm-hmm.
looked like she was probably 10 or 11, probably 10. And so,
Mm-hmm.
little black girl, that's how the show has started. That's why I said I hate when shows start and like they don't give you the full background. And the
Mm-hmm.
full background never happened on any of the episodes, but just one day, oh yeah, we got a sighting on this some old cold case. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how it started. So somebody had seen the girl at a bus stop or a train station, and they was like, she's alive. We gotta go find her. So while they was trying to find her, Sir was gone. He had left, so she couldn't rely on him, for his help solving the case. So they were
Mm-hmm.
trying to put their heads together, and the last thing that they thought of, which was actually Zeke, and he was like, you know what? When I was kidnapped, the person who kidnapped me was the person really close to me. It was somebody I knew, and it was a family member. And so that they started thinking about other things and they figured out which family member kidnapped that little girl, right? But
Mm-hmm.
he said, I know that all too well because not even my parents know, not anybody else knows besides my therapist, but it was my uncle
Mm.
who kidnapped me and kept me all that time. So they didn't go, we never knew anything about Zeke besides the fact that he was kidnapped and he got agoraphobia.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that too because that was a cliffhanger because they all was sitting there like your mom, your dad, nobody knows that it was your uncle. Like where the fuck is this uncle? Is he still alive? Is he like
Mm.
he obviously ain't in jail because he never told anybody but his therapist.
So he didn't tell his parents?
No.
Let me be kidnapped, okay?
And
Let
and
me
he
get loose. I'm gonna stand in the middle of the capital of the state, the capital of my state, and I'm
I
gonna be on the roof shouting it everywhere.
know, right?
This motherfucker right here, Uncle Bob.
But I
Uh,
wonder I just okay. Of course, everybody obviously think they know why the uncle took him.
oh, for sex, no
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah, no doubt. But I wonder if he just because sometimes he just like when he tries to leave, and it'd be so sad, girl, be just breaking my heart when he tried to leave the house. Like one day he had a delivery and they dropped it off because he lives in a basement apartment. You know those New York style
Yeah.
apartments where you in the basement, you got to walk up these stairs. The stairs is on the outside to the
Mhm.
sidewalk, and so they had dropped the shit off at the top of the damn stairs instead of walking down the stairs and putting it in front of his door.
Mhm.
So he tries. He was using a cane. He was trying to use a broom. He was trying to throw something up there to knock the package down,
Mm.
and he got like a little bit out there, and he just had a panic attack, and it was a hot mess. But yeah, I'm looking forward to them going more into depth on his background as well.
Well, did he get the package?
Shit, no, he never got that damn package. Somebody ended up
Oh.
coming over because he had fell and hurt himself. He tried to go up the
Oh.
stairs and he fell and hurt himself, and I think he busted his head or he was bleeding on his
Oh
head or
my
something. But yeah, he
God.
was like literally like passed out. And one of his teammates who had been because like he works from home obviously, and he has this like these computer like man, it's this real nice. He got TVs and big ass computers just all around, up on the walls
Mhm.
and shit. So he got a
Mhm.
nice setup, and he's always on screen helping.
Mhm.
And they noticed that his door was open. So
Mm.
somebody went over there and they saw him, and then they rescued him and brought him in. But the thing is, he has a very good relationship with his family. He just can't leave the house. So every time his like mom and them come want to see him, they have to come to his house, which is just crazy because I'm like, where is the uncle?
And why I mean, I'm sure the parents have tried to figure out what the problem is. But
That's
my
just makes
I
me
want to
believe that he
find
must have been really mean or really scary, really. Maybe he's just
well,
really scared of him that he might try to kill him, or I don't know. I don't know.
or kidnap him and do something to him again, you know?
Right, right.
When you're a child, you just the you people don't understand how traumatizing something is, and you think, oh, you're older now, shake it off. You just can't, and I just can't imagine how he escaped and what he told people. I don't know who
Hmm.
it was. He kept me blindfolded. How he lied out of that. it's
Mm-hmm.
just strange,
That's
you
what I'm
know,
looking forward to. Yeah.
but understanding, so
Mm-hmm.
but very interesting. All I ask is that before the season starts, season 2, give us warning so we
Okay.
don't get into the third episode. Shit, have
Oh,
you
I
guys
promise
been
I won't.
okay?
But
Okay.
you gonna have to get caught up, child. You gonna have to get caught up. And if you want to come on here and discuss a show with me or something like that, you just hit me up and we can come on, even though it's the finale, but it's fresh. So a lot of people literally is getting around to this show now. I see my friends on Facebook all the time. Have y'all seen this new show called Found? And I'll be up there like, I've been watching that. But yeah, it's really good. It's one of the top shows right now on TV.
Okay, yeah, it sounds great. It
Hmm.
really does. It's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes,
I like
ma'am.
to know the backstory. So
Hmm.
hopefully second season they'll do that so you can really get in the mindset and understand why Zeke, for instance,
Hmm.
isn't, I'm sure that man threatened him. I want to know how he escaped.
That's what I want to know.
And
And then,
is he
let me tell you something. Okay, real quick. I forgot, Corio. I forgot. Okay, there's another team member, right? And
mhm,
she's a mom. She didn't have anything happen to her, but the reason why she's on the team is because her son was kidnapped when he was real little. And the last place that he was seen was on a train. What do they call those trains?
sub
Underground
subway?
subway. So yeah, like subway or something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so he's been missing for years. I mean, literally for years since he was little. And he should be like 25 now, 30, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the lady who is the mother, she works on their team, and she's one of those type of people who can read people. Like they can look at you and tell if you're lying.
Mm-hmm.
Those type of people by your movement,
Mm-hmm.
your eyes. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what she helps the team do. And every day, every single day, when she gets off of her shift, at the
Oh
same
no.
time that he went missing,
Oh
she
no.
goes to the subway, she packs a lunch,
Oh
and
no.
she sits there all night.
Oh no.
She's been doing that for years.
Oh
So I'm
no.
looking forward to if they would get some tips on his disappearance in season 2. And not only that, but I had mentioned earlier that Lacey's dog was poisoned, right?
Mm-hmm.
So come to find out, from the way it's all set up, it appears like Sir could have done it because at the end of the show, when we realized, well, I knew Sir wasn't gone. I was just like, I'm that nigga. He ain't left town or the country like they think. But he was seen peering at Lacey from inside one of her closets.
Wait, what?
Yes, she came home. This is after Gabby dropped the bomb on the rest of the team about her having, because remember Don was the only one knew, the gay man. He was the only
Mm-hmm.
one knew up until the point towards the end of the show. So she had to come. She had to tell everybody now because he's out there. And so she told everybody. They all got upset. They walked out. They stormed out. Even Zeke, who
Mm-hmm.
works from home on the big screen computer,
Mm-hmm.
he walked away from his computer screen, and everybody's upset with her, and that's how it kind of ended. But the true ending was Lacey got a call from the vet, and they said your dog's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. And she said, "I'm so sorry." She said, "I don't know. I just gotta take better care of him, and make sure he doesn't get into anything that he shouldn't be eating." And they said, "Ma'am, this wasn't an accident. He was poisoned."
Mm. So
Oh,
he's
go ahead.
lightweight, letting her know I know where you live.
Right, but she didn't think that yet. I don't even think she thinks that yet. Now, Gabby was back at home by that time. She walked downstairs. She looked around because Don cleaned up everything, every trace, because they didn't know if he would go, if
Go
Sir
to
would
the
go and
police.
tell. Yeah, because so they cleaned up all the blood. It was like he was never there. And Don took care of that for Gabby. So she went downstairs. She was just looking around, and she was really frustrated because she don't know where he at. So she walked back upstairs. She went to her kitchen. She noticed there was some blood on one of her kitchen cabinets. one of
Mm,
her bottom kitchen cabinets towards the floor. So she
mm.
reached down, opened the cabinet, and noticed her rat poison was gone.
Her what?
Rat poison or mice poison,
Okay.
mouse poison.
Mm-hmm.
So she immediately started to try to call each and every one because it hit her. Okay, Lacey's dog sick, throwing up. This
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker that left and escaped, and
Mm-hmm.
her mouse poison
Mm-hmm.
is missing. So it hit her, and then like the setup towards that. That's why I cannot wait to season two, please, because the setup was Lacey just found out her dog was poisoned. The other lady whose son was disappeared, who she goes to the train station every day, she always takes her lunch in a lunchbox and she opens it up and she eats her sandwich and everything. She was about to start eating. The one who's Don, the gay one, he had just got home and his husband said, I ordered us some food. So
Mm.
everybody was like about to eat.
Mm.
So, and then guess when Gabby, she started panicking, she started calling, and then it just went from there to Lacey's house. She comes in the house, she unlocks all them damn locks, she shuts the door, she locks all them damn locks, and she turns around and she puts her phone down on her like a little table or something by the door.
Oh God.
And and guess who's calling her, of course? Gabby, trying to warn her.
Yeah.
And she looks at the phone. Everybody's pissed at Gabby. So she looks
Mm.
at the phone and she sees it's Gabby and she doesn't answer and she walks away. That's when we see Sir. They turn the camera to him and all you see is like his eyes and his face,
In Lacey's
staring at
part.
her from her closet in Lacey's apartment. And when he notices that she doesn't answer that phone from Gabby, he has
Mm.
this smile, this smirk, this like villain
Mm.
like expression. Like, yeah,
Mm.
like I don't know what's gonna happen again. Oh my god, I'm like Lacey.
Oh, it
And
sounds so
she's
good.
not a strong character. She's not a strong character at all. So I'm like,
But you know something?
yeah.
When somebody's scared of you, they're dangerous. She got,
I hope
you
so.
know what
And
I'm
her
saying? And she can't get out the door quick because she got 50,
and
11
she got
locks
50,
on the
11.
door.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to have to be between her and him. If
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, if he jumps out and he tries to kill her, like he said, she's gonna have to nuck. She's gonna have to nuck.
Looking boy, and I hope she do because he promised. He
See
promised
what I'm
he would
saying?
kill her as soon as he found her. He was gonna kill
Yeah, because she can't get out of that door quick.
her. Damn.
Ooh, it's gonna be good.
I know. I just can't wait. Okay, so
All
that's
right.
my little review on the finale, season 1, episode 13 of Found, the TV show. Y'all, and I know I gave a lot of spoilers for the people who didn't watch it, but if you have any interest at all, if I piqued your interest, I would definitely start at the first episode and work your way up to the finale because it's so I discuss a lot, but not a lot at the same time because it's 13 episodes. So there's a
Right.
lot in there that I did not discuss. Okay.
Right. Right.
But I would definitely recommend that. And then Corio came up here and she told us that we need to go on Prime, on Amazon Prime, if you have Prime, and look up Role Play the Movie. I'm going to
Yes.
watch that, and then I'm going to hit Corio up, and we're going to come on here and talk about it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to get into
Well,
that probably tomorrow while I'm working throughout the day.
oh, it must be nice. I just want to ask you real quick.
Uh-huh.
Do you watch Harlem on Prime?
Yes, yes.
Have you heard
I
anything
love that
about the
show.
Have you heard anything about the second season?
I think that mug probably got scrapped just like that other show. Remember the show
No.
that Cislo asked us to review? The one that
Yes.
I think
No.
it got scrapped. Mm-hmm.
No, that would be so depressing.
Because
And,
season 2 should have been started.
oh my God, that's so depressing.
Mm-hmm.
And do you watch The Boys on Prime?
I haven't seen The Boys yet. Is that a good one?
Oh my God, you gotta watch those 2 seasons.
Now,
You,
who is
it
that
is
with?
well. Uh,
Hold on, let me look it
it
up. Let me look it up.
it really doesn't have,
The Boys.
you know. eh, I mean,
Hold on. Let me see. Is it a superhero? No, that can't be it.
Yes,
Oh, it is?
yes,
Okay.
yes. See, I'm a Marvel fanatic. I
See,
like superhero movies.
I'll try it, Corey. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am not
All right.
into. No, no, no.
Okay.
I'll try to watch. I'll try. It might pique my interest, but I'm just letting you know I'm
It's
not
not
a
like a Marvel movie
yeah.
where they're flying
And like you were
around.
talking about, what's that other show you
This
talking
one,
about? Star Trek and stuff. I never.
yeah, but this one has more
Hmm.
substance to it. It's not the average, like, it's not the average like Wonder Woman,
Hmm.
Batman, um shows like that. It has a lot more to it. It's not
Okay.
all about them running around saving people and beating the bad guy up. It's more
Okay.
like what they are like behind
Hmm.
the what the people see.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes
It
sense. Because, like
is.
I said, I'll give it a try because I'm not all into that stuff, but there's um, certain ones that I
Mhm.
have. Like what's that one? The black man with the daughters and the wife, they all got like superpowers.
Black Lightning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that show.
Well,
So that's why I said some Marvel
yeah, I
type of
didn't
stuff
like
I
that.
do get into.
Yeah. Well, like I said, try it out because it's not about like the X-Men and all that kind of stuff where they just run around fighting the bad guys. It's not that at
Okay.
all.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And
All
how many
right.
seasons are out on that one?
Two.
Two. Okay. Okay. Oh, I gotta do a lot of binge watching. Okay.
Well, if you
That's
like
fine.
it, yeah.
Huh?
Okay. All
That's
right. Then
fine.
those
You
are my
know, that's what I
recommendations.
do a lot at home while I'm working. Like if I'm not
Hmm.
assigned to the phones and I'm just doing like data entry type of work, that's what
Hmm.
I do. I be watching TV shows. I be binge watching. I be listening to YouTube. That's how that helps me get through the day watching. That's one of the benefits of working from home. You just watching TV at the same time.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, so I'll look into it. But I'm definitely gonna check that movie out tomorrow while I'm working throughout the day. I'm gonna watch that one and I'll hit you up after I'm done.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. This was a great live, a
Oh,
great
thank you.
chat, and I really liked it. And I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you, love. Talk to you later.
Bye. Hey, Charlie, if you're still there, it's good to see you. You're going to have to come up next time and let us know how your New York City holiday trip went.
And
Okay?
shout out to Bryson again as well. I haven't
Yes.
heard I haven't heard from him. Oh my god, we used to work together and he's a young adult, a young man, around the age of my boys.
Mm-hmm.
And I would see him every time I came to work and he remembers me from bringing desserts and my cakes. Like when I first started out, I would always take I would just bake stuff all the time, different flavors, trying different stuff, and I would take them to work. I would take them to gas stations, salons, nail salons, everywhere. My church. I would take stuff everywhere, and I would bring stuff to work all the time. And he would be one of my taste testers. So, but what he said today, I remember the conversation we had, at my very first job, and
Mm-hmm.
I had an impact on his life and the way he carries himself.
That is
That
wonderful.
really touches me because he's a young adult and he reminds me of my sons, when we work together. Like,
Mm-hmm.
know, but yeah, that makes me feel good. That makes me
Yeah.
feel, and I'm glad he's doing okay too.
Me too. All
Yep,
right.
that's it. That's all, you guys. Love you, girl.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon.
Love you too. Bye bye.
All right, bye bye. And everybody else who tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's a lot of people live right now, a lot of things going on right now on social media. But for the people who tuned in or might watch the replay to my TV show review of the finale of season 1 of the TV show called Found, thank you so much for joining me. Please like and share the video. If you want to be a blessing to the Hood Table platform, $ the Hood Table 402. That's the Cash App, boo. Hit us up on the Cash App if you want to send a little token of love. I do appreciate it. But other than that, I hope everybody have a wonderful night. It's about to be the weekend, y'all, and I'm looking forward to the weekend and looking forward to seeing my grandbaby. And again, for you guys who might want to watch that movie that Corio suggested, again, it's called Role Play, and it's on Amazon Prime. And she said it's a really good movie, so I'm going to watch that tomorrow while I'm working, and then I will hit her up, and then I'll make a little post on YouTube and let you guys know when we're going to review that movie. But yeah, it sounds really good. I'm interested in watching that. But yes, huggies, Charlie. Love you, boo. Good night, my love. But yes, on that note, everybody, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. And as my brother always said, who's not on here with us tonight, y'all know what he always say: brush your teeth, niggas. I'm out.